Welcome back to the channel. Video that I've got today, there may be 2 or 3 parts to it, so I kind of did a back in time video of where I used to live when I was young. From about 4, 5, 6 years old all the way through my teen, some of my young adult life. So I hope you enjoy it. It's a compilation of a lot of different clips of towns that I drove through. My sister came, picked me up. We went and ate lunch, and then about 2:30 we was on the road. And so show you a little bit of towns we used to have to go through to get where I am now. But it's mostly about my childhood, where I lived, my grandma's, and so forth and so on. You'll see all that in the videos. Hope it's not too boring for you, but like I said, it'll be several parts, 2 or 3 at least. I kind of spread it out a little bit, so there's not a whole lot to these towns. They're all small, so some of you might be able to relate to some of the small towns that you used to live around. So you might notice a little bit difference in my voice. Not had the nasty, but I would only say if it's a cold. I'm not sure what, but it's got my voice all messed up. So I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, please go down and hit the like button. And leave a comment if you would. And if you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. And I've gotten several the last few days, and I appreciate everything. And it comes from the heart. I do appreciate and love everyone that comes to visit my channel and subscribe. Like I've said before, I'm not a homestead or off-grid channel, but I do watch a lot of them and I support them. So kick back, relax, and hope you enjoy the videos upcoming. Thank you, and God bless. Alright, we're on our way out to where I used to live, and we'll be driving past the old Fort Chaffee. Yeah, it's still there, but it ain't nothing like what it used to be. We'll be up here at the entrance in a minute. And when you always looked out this way, you could always see a whole bunch of rows of what looked like houses, and it used to be the barracks. And it caught fire a few years back. I don't remember what year it was, but anyway, they're not there anymore, and there's not much left. And there's the actual entrance now. They've changed it, and that's the gated part where you can't go in unless you got special permission. And on our way down through here, we're going to be going through several little cities, towns, whatever you want to call them. And as we get to them, I'll show you what they are. Oh, be sure and don't blink, because if you do, you might miss it. A lot of these are really small, but it's always a beautiful drive through here. I've driven this road many times when I was younger. I used to live down this way, and I drove up here, and I worked at Gerber's Baby Food back in the early 70s. So had a girlfriend down here at one time and drove back and forth, and also lived down here too. And I worked several different places. The little town we're coming up to now is called Central City, and this is one you don't want to blink, and because about all it is this store and the church over here on the left, and that's pretty much it. There ain't a whole lot to it. And there's another little church, but that's pretty much it. So before we get to the next little town, I'll show you what that's all about. Well, we're coming up to a little town here. It's called Bloomer. About the only thing they got here, other than houses on each end, is they used to have a chicken plant, poultry plant, and that's just about all the town consists of. And they do have a church, and they got a quick stop, which that's been there for many years. And sorry for the bumpy road, but this part has always been that way for some reason. But here's the chicken plant. Of course, it ain't running anymore. Pretty much about ready to fall down. But other than that, that's just about it going through here. Like I said, these are very small towns. I'm not sure what the populations are, but it's not much over or above 100, I'm sure. And now we're on our way to the next one. Okay, we're coming up to another little town, and I should say not a little town anymore. It's called Charleston, and it's grown quite a bit in the past years. There's the middle school, and a lot of this stuff is all new. Not too sure, but Charleston has several different little businesses. It used to be real bad with cops stopping a lot of people. People wasn't watching what they were doing, and they'd get nabbed every time. So this card business has been here for many years. Just updated it, and there's some of the older buildings. Been there for ever since I can remember. And there's the courthouse. They used to have deer out there in the pen, and people come by and pet them, different things. But Charleston itself, at least going down through the center of it, it's not real big, but it's spread out each way, north and south. Still has quite a bit out here at the end of it, but or beginning, whichever which way you're coming from. But this is all new, pretty much out this way. They've even moved the city hall out this way, and they got the fairgrounds to the left. But that's pretty much it. This Dollar General is pretty new. It's been there maybe 10, 15 years. or less. And by the way, if you hear the raspiness in my throat, voice, I have not had the nasty, but I got something. Did a lot of coughing, sneezing, snorting, blowing, you name it. Never ran a fever, but still hanging on. It's not as bad as it was. It's pretty much cleared up, but still got the raspy, deep voice. So that's pretty much it for that town, and we'll have another little one coming up here shortly. They're not too far apart. Okay, here we are at the next little town, and this is Branch, I believe. Sometimes I can't remember, don't pay no attention when I'm going through. I can probably drive this road blindfolded as many times I've been up and down it, but it too is pretty rough sometimes. But my brother got married in that church over yonder. So, oops, that church. Got their churches mixed up. So, my sister's afraid I got her on video, but I didn't. And if I did, I'll blur her face out.
She did not get married there.
So, then that was pretty much it for that little town. About the only thing out this way is the co-op. And we're coming up just probably a mile. We got a little town, which basically ain't a town, but they do have a school there, and it's county line high school, grade school, and all that. So I won't show you that because we'll just drive right by it and come into the next one, and it'll be Ratcliffe. So be back in a minute.